If you're seeing this today, welcome to my corner of the internet. My name's Clover. I'm a psychic, intuitive, and spiritual channeler. Today, I'm coming on with a quick tarot reading for you. If you're seeing this, there may be a reason the algorithm has pushed this to you. So stick around, see what I have to say. As always, I encourage people to take what resonates and leave what does not. I have had quite a few days, and I feel like a lot of us have. There is a lot of movement in terms of how we view ourselves as people, the people around us that we identify with, understanding us as people, and understand that moving away from people that are not meant for you, even if you can't necessarily see it right now, it is leading you into that place that you have always wanted to be, that place that you want to go. Understand that letting go is the first step to growth. So I think that's main wisdom today. Otherwise, let's draw and see what you have to hear today. I'm using my B tarot deck. This is one of my favorite personal tarot decks. So let's see what Spirit has to pull for my audience today. There is something. There is another thing. Anything else? Want me to read those? Clarifying card. Okay. All right. Beautiful. We have the star in the middle and the 10 of jars. Very interesting spread here. First thing that pops out, 2 of wands and 3 of wands. A period of interpersonal reflection. You can see this person looking away, looking at the horizon, looking at all the things that they have done, the things that have happened, all of that. A lot of interpersonal reflection, a lot of periods of realization, a lot of periods of realization of what is meant for you, what is not meant for you, what is definitely not meant for you. I feel like you have probably had a lot of people in your life recently that have either walked out the door or you have forced them to walk out the door. Understand and grieve that for a little bit. Understand and feel that for a little bit. It's okay to feel during this process. I still see all this water out here. Water is often tied into emotion, especially in tarot. Wands are not necessarily an emotional card, but I'm kind of seeing this as an emotional card right now. Maybe kind of a hesitation to feel too. Hesitation to continue to be strong and continue in that strength that you have. And I feel like maybe throughout your life, you've been told that you have to be strong for XYZ, whatever reason. I want you to encourage to have a period of softness and reflection. Have a sense of softness around your reflection. Have a sense of kindness for yourself around your reflection. The duality between the grief and the joy of letting go and resting and understanding that new is around the corner, even though you are grieving and releasing so much. That's just bringing you into your greatest reality. Anything else? Yeah, I think that's what those cards have to say. I also pursued 3 of jars. Maybe talking about connecting with the people that you truly care about, or connecting with the ideas, the concepts, the friendships, the embodiment of joy. You can see this woman just leaping for joy with her friends and all of these bees and so much honey, and orange and yellow may also be a relevant color for you today as well. Is for me right now. Being joyful around the change, but also having the Hanged Man reversed here. Being a little bit fearful around the rest and the waiting period around the change too. Asking me to look for symbolism. Be on the third eye. Seeing your future reality, seeing the reality that you are meant to manifest in, seeing the reality that you are meant to shift in. If you haven't been seeing it very clearly, I think this card is also encouraging you to rest and reflect, meditate, journal, tap into that inner sense of self, tap into the higher self, tap into the guides and the spirits around you that are guiding you into your greatest presence. Understand that tapping into that third eye can help you understand and manifest a little bit easier. Once you have a clear vision of where things are supposed to go, you'll get there. Yeah. In the middle of the deck, I have the star, and underneath that, rebirth. Understand that shining your light, being in the person that you know to be true to who you are, gets you into that rebirth phase. It gets you into that period of rebirth and renewal and transformation and actual growth. And it's scary. And it's a weird place to be in, because at the same time that you're dumping out all of your fears and emotions and doubts and behaviors, things are moving, things are changing. And you don't necessarily see it quite yet, but you're there. And I just want to remind you how bright of a presence you are to the people that truly love and care about you. Remind yourself, validate yourself, understand why those people want to keep you around and why you want to keep those people around. I see a lot of connection with people right now. I see a lot of connection with understanding where you align with other people, understanding where you absolutely do not align with other people. Is that for that card? Yeah, okay. 10 of Jars on the bottom of the deck. 10 of Jars is often about complete emotional fulfillment, complete, sometimes material fulfillment, complete fulfillment. Yeah, just around your general life. I see this within this card right now of these children that are playing in the grass happily. Well, supposedly their parents are suffering. Some of you may have had some parental issues recently that have come to head that you are slowly starting to distance yourself from and move away from, and understand that that is not the path that you are aligned with. You are aligned with the path that your inner child wanted for you. I would highly encourage you doing some inner child reflection work in terms of like, what is best for your inner child? What did your inner child want to do? I'm happy to make a video on inner child reflection if you all are interested in some guidance alongside that. I'm also going to be putting a lot of like spiritual guidance on this YouTube channel. So if you have any questions regarding this reading, please feel free to leave them in the comments. If you need any help in terms of your spiritual practice, in terms of protection, guidance, anything like that, please leave them in the comments and I'll try to make some videos about them. I also offer personal tarot sessions. There is a link in the description, so obviously go check that out. Just felt the need to say that. Yeah. Also on the bottom of the deck, when I split everything, the Keeper, which is the Fool card in this deck. And this was originally reversed, but I see it turning around for you. I see a little bit of a hesitation to take that leap of faith, within things that are new for you, things that are scary for you, things of the unknown. I just see a lot of like fear of the unknown. Understand that you are supported regardless of if you don't know if something is going to work out or not. If something doesn't work out for you, that means it was not meant for you. That means it was not meant for the timeline that you want to align with. Understand that letting things go, even when they're presented as new opportunities and somehow they don't really work out, sometimes that can be a test to hand you a plate and say like, hey, do you want this? And you're like, no, actually I want something else, and maybe I'll eat this for now, but like, not really, it's okay. You're settling. Understand when you're settling. Understand when you are compromising for your values, for your intuition, for your inner beliefs, for your inner child, for the things that you know to be loved and true. Something that I continue to share on TikTok with my audience is that you do not have to fit in a box. You do not have to work at a corporate position to earn money. You do not have to do what your parents did to earn money. I feel like that's relevant for somebody. You do not have to align with somebody else in order to earn the money that you think you deserve, because you do deserve it. You do deserve all of the wealth and abundance and prosperity that you have ever wanted. But understand that that's going to come with a lot of change. So I would highly encourage you this season to continue to be open to change, continue to be open to the magic of the universe, continue to be open to all of the tools that you have at your disposal to align with your greatest good. Understand that you have learned so much, and you will continue to learn about what it means to let go of that reality and come into the prosperous wheel of fortune. Come into the prosperous wheel of change. And it will be a cycle of change for as long as you stay in it, for as long as you stay stagnant. I didn't want to say that, but that just feels like the most relevant word. As long as you stay stagnant in those beliefs, as long as you stay stagnant in those ideas, in those physical locations, and even material objects. And that's something that I just recently went through within the last 24 hours, is that I threw away my favorite pair of sweatpants. And it was a pair of sweatpants that I got when I was first diagnosed with my severe chronic illness. And those sweatpants brought me a lot of comfort at the time. And I found those sweatpants yesterday as I was cleaning up, getting ready to start packing to go to New York. And I just saw those sweatpants and I realized that there was a tiny little hole in them. And at that moment, I had the opportunity to say, all right, would the person in the reality that I want to be in hold on to those sweatpants with the tiny little microscopic hole in them and settle for the sweatpants with the tiny little microscopic hole in them that I probably won't even notice and probably won't even care about and probably won't even think about that often, but still I know in the back of my mind that there's a tiny little hole in those sweatpants and I'm settling for shitty sweatpants. And so I want you to take that metaphor, maybe align it with something in your life, and maybe understand, what sweatpants do you need to throw away today? Sorry, it cut out. What sweatpants do you need to throw away today? What sweatpants are not meant for you? What sweatpants, sweatpants is very general analogy right now, but if you know, you know. And so what I did is I took the sweatpants and I stood outside for probably like 10 minutes and I talked to the moon, because the sky and I have a relationship. The moon and I have a relationship, as a lot of spiritual people do. And I spoke to her and I just felt how much grief throwing away just one pair of sweatpants caused me. And I gave myself permission to cry right then and there in the middle of the open of the sky, outside my house, in front of my house, next to my trash can. And I was gripping these sweatpants. I was holding onto these sweatpants with my dear heart. And I realized I had to let go. And once I threw them in the trash, I stopped crying. I stopped feeling as bad. And then I had some freaky dreams, and things have just kind of spiraled since then. But moral of the story, getting rid of the things, even as small and minute as they may seem. Oh, confirmation. As small and minute as they may seem, that really aligns you with who you want to be. And so ask yourself, the things that you do in your life, are they who you want to be? Would that person do what you're doing right now? Think about that. I hope this was helpful. I hope this was some guidance for somebody. I do also offer personal sessions. As I mentioned, there is a link in the description. Please go check me out on TikTok. If you resonated with this, you would probably also resonate with a lot of my channeled content on TikTok. So please go check that out. Otherwise, I am so incredibly proud of you for finding this, for watching this all the way through. Congrats on maintaining your attention span. Otherwise, I'll talk to you later. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye.